How to become strong without becoming cold. At some point, life hurt you badly enough that you made a quiet decision to feel less, need less, and let fewer people in. And it worked. The pain reduced. But so did everything else. And now the protection you built to survive is the very thing preventing you from truly living. How people see the reality of life is often shaped through experience, and many spend years searching for success without fully understanding the lessons life is trying to teach them. If you're someone who wants to grow stronger, think deeper, and understand life more clearly, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if it helps you. The world teaches you that emotional detachment is sophistication, that the person who needs nothing and shows nothing has mastered life. But detachment is not strength. It is a scar that learned to present itself as a strategy. Real strength is not the absence of feeling. It is the ability to feel fully and still function purposefully. Coldness does not protect you from pain. It simply removes you from everything pain and joy share the same door with. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years imprisoned on Robben Island under conditions designed to break every dimension of a human being. When he emerged in 1990, the world expected either collapse or rage. What they witnessed instead was something rarer. A man who had developed iron discipline and retained profound warmth toward the very nation that had imprisoned him. Mandela did not survive by becoming cold. He survived by developing what he later described as a deliberate distinction between his circumstances and his character. The hardness was directed outward at injustice. The warmth was preserved inward for humanity. He understood that you can be immovable without being unreachable. Here's what most people don't realize. Emotional suppression and emotional strength are neurologically opposite responses. Research from Harvard Medical School found that chronic emotional suppression elevates cortisol levels, weakens immune response, and significantly increases long-term anxiety. The very outcomes people are trying to avoid by shutting down. This is where it gets really interesting. Psychologist Breen Brown's research at the University of Houston, spanning over a decade and thousands of interviews, found that the people described by others as genuinely strong were not those who felt least. They were those who felt honestly and maintained boundaries deliberately. Vulnerability and strength, her data showed, are not opposites. Suppression and fragility are. 3 ways to build strength that does not cost you your humanity. 1. Separate boundaries from walls. A boundary defines what you will and will not accept. A wall prevents everything from entering. This week, identify one relationship where you have built a wall when a boundary would serve better. Walls isolate. Boundaries protect without closing. 2. Name what you are actually feeling once daily. Not to share it, simply to acknowledge it privately. Research shows that labeling an emotion reduces its intensity in the brain by up to 50%. You do not become stronger by ignoring what you feel. You become stronger by no longer being controlled by what you will not name. 3. Choose one person to be fully honest with this week. Not performing strength. Not managing their perception of you. One honest conversation, however small. Strength that can only survive in isolation is not strength. It is avoidance with better posture. The goal was never to stop feeling. The goal was to stop being destroyed by feeling. And those are 2 entirely